Let's unite to take on the extremists and their twisted idea of Islam. Join the conversation at trueislam.com.
The ideological fight against extremism is on. To this end, Ahmadiyya Muslim Community USA has launched a nationwide True Islam and the Extremists campaign this past December. Thereafter, chapters of the community all across the nation have joined in and have started efforts to locally spread the word. Here in Woodbridge, Virginia, local chapter of the Ahmadiyya Muslim Community initiated the task by special sermons on the subject to introduce members about the 11 points of True Islam campaign and their significance. With that, efforts started at individual and team level to reach out to our fellow friends and residents in the area to share the message. On March 6th, the True Islam campaign was officially launched in Woodbridge, Virginia through a seminar. At the start of the event, a moment of silence was observed in tribute to a great police officer of Prince William County, Ashley Gwindon, who was killed as a result of a fatal shooting on her first night of duty.
Ladies and gentlemen, each day our police officers place themselves in harm's way to protect our communities. Through their willingness to serve, these brave men and women represent the best of our community. As we all know, a very tragic event happened last week when one of our own, Officer Ashley Gwindon, was shot and killed on duty. This is a horrible tragedy, and we join with the family, with the police department, and with the residents of Prince William County to mourn her loss and to pay our respects to our fallen hero. I would like to request everyone to please join me in taking a brief moment of silence in the honor of our policewoman, Ashley Gwindon.
Imam Rizwan Khan Sahib introduced the True Islam campaign. He explained that the purpose of the campaign is to separate Islam from extremism.
There are 11 points in the True Islam campaign which speak of the different aspects and teachings of Islam that are misused by extremists to put forward an agenda that is primarily politically motivated. And the purpose of our True Islam campaign is to refute ideologically those people who seek to misuse the teachings of Islam to put forth their extremist political ends. And so in this way, to prevent radicalization among those Muslims who are susceptible to extremism, and also to remove the polarization that we see happening in our society. And both of these goals are extremely important for preventing extremism in every form that it manifests itself.
At this occasion, a video was shared with the audience highlighting the efforts of our beloved Hazur, Hazrat Khalifatul Masih V, may Allah strengthen his hand, in promoting global peace. In order to clarify some of the common misconceptions on the subject, Imam Irshad Mali Sahib gave a speech about the teachings of True Islam on loyalty to one's country of residence. Speaking on the occasion, Chairman of the Board of Supervisors for the Prince William County, Corey Stewart, said,
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum. There is a dialogue going on in America right now, and this organization is contributing greatly to it.
The Assistant Chief of Prince William County Police, Major Kevin Hugard, also addressed the audience.
The 11 points of True Islam as 11 opportunities. 11 opportunities to engage someone from the Muslim community, to educate myself, to gain more knowledge, but also to talk to folks from that community and share some of my beliefs and some of my knowledge with them. On behalf of the Moment of Silence and the upcoming blood drive that you're holding on March 20th in memory of Officer Ashley Gwindon, I thank you for that.
Guests were introduced to the 11 points of the campaign and informed on how they can endorse it. President of the Woodbridge chapter of Ahmadiyya Muslim Community, Mr. Kareemullah Kaleem Sahib, extended a warm thank you to all guests.
from the depth of my heart and on behalf of my Muslim community, we are very much thankful to our distinguished guest.
At the end, some of the guests spoke to us and shared their thoughts about the event. Sharing her views, Ruth Anderson, a retired military veteran and a humanitarian worker, and the Occoquan District Supervisor said,
Well, I was honored to be invited to this forum to learn about this campaign so that we would begin to understand that that the people that are followers of Islam want to be good Americans. They want to be good neighbors, and they love America. So I was honored to be part of this, and just like you want to be a good neighbor, I want to be a good neighbor because God Himself wants us to be good neighbors. Thank you. You're welcome.
I think any opportunity to educate and gain knowledge, whether it's a formal classroom setting or just an intimate conversation between people, is a great thing. And that ability to understand that knowledge, take that and use that to educate yourself and formulate your own opinions and learn something about others is just terrific. So it's a great time.
Well, I think the campaign is a very good campaign, and I think it is because it allows for an open dialogue between Muslims and non-Muslims so that there can be better understanding. As I think it's that lack of understanding sometimes that makes it very difficult for people to see what the real issues are that are going on in the world and not just live off of sound bites. So I think it's a very positive campaign, and I hope that it will have a very beneficial impact on all Americans, both Muslim and non-Muslim.
Hi, my name is Andrea Barron, and this is my first introduction to an event with the Ahmadiyya, and I'm from the Jewish community. So I've been working for many, many years doing interfaith work with Jews and Muslims, but it's wonderful to see the 11 principles that you have, and I especially like the fact that you backed up all of those verses with verses from the Quran. So for people like me and other people from the Jewish community who are involved in the struggle against Islamophobia, it helps us to have those verses, and that you have the right to interpret those verses the way you want to interpret them. And this is part of the battle against extremism that we have in the United States. It's particularly important this presidential year. So it was a pleasure to come here, and good luck with your wonderful campaign on True Islam. And I believe that the principles that you represented are the principles of True Islam.
Thank you so much.
I am very, very impressed with the mission and the work that your organization is doing. It's very important that this be done from the Muslim community to help battle the jihadist ideology that's out there, especially in the Middle East. So more power to you, good luck, and keep it up. Thank you.
I didn't know about Ahmadiyya until like 2 months ago, and I was impressed because the beliefs are very different than what I thought. Yeah, and I need to study more about this. Yeah, about Ahmadiyya.
Event concluded with silent prayers. Refreshments provided opportunity for mutual exchange of ideas. Momin Ahmed, MTA News, USA.